Hi YouTube. I'm not dead. I kind of thought I was dead there for a little while, but it turns out I'm not. Um, a lot has happened in the 5 or 6 months since I've posted. I graduated again, and I moved, and I got a new computer, and I got in a car wreck, and I just... life has been kind of traumatic in the last few months, and everything is fine, everything is good, but it's kept me from being on the internet really at all. In fact, I'm actually really excited. I have my own home internet connection for the first time in my life. I've spent the last several years stealing wireless from neighbors or living in a university library or at a Starbucks so I could get online. And I finally just sucked it up and got my own service. And it's pretty awesome, I must say. So all is well. The city that I'm now in is quite a bit bigger than where I moved from. I'm still in North Carolina, and North Carolina really doesn't have any big cities. I'm from DC, so nothing in North Carolina compares, and even DC isn't a big city. I mean, it's a real city, but it's not a large city. It's not massive and overwhelming the way someplace like New York is, or the way Paris could be, or Beijing, or any of these other places. But anyway, I've been spending most of my time throwing myself into school, and I've had the luxury in the last couple of weeks to begin exploring the pagan community in this area, which is significantly more difficult to finagle my way into than it was. Not that I necessarily want to finagle, but I think of it as sort of an anthropological exercise where I just check out the locals, see what there is to see, make some friends, and anyway, that's been pretty productive so far. On Saturday, I'm checking out Pagan Pride Day, and I've never actually gone to one in however many years Pagan Pride has been around. Just because it always happens right near the equinox, and I always have circle commitments, and whose idea was it to have it that close to a Sabbath? Because it's really inconvenient. In fact, I have circle on Saturday, but I'm taking the morning and checking out Pagan Pride because it's actually on my way. So I hear it's lame, but I figure I can go and maybe it'll be a little less lame. How's that for self-absorbed? Anyway, I still have been watching you guys' videos, and I haven't spent very much time on YouTube, but I just wanted to make a post and say that I am still alive. I'm in a master's program right now in religious studies, and it eats my life. I almost never leave my house, and when I do... Oh yeah, I bought a house too, so in the 6 months of trauma, that was in there too, just so you know. Anyway, when I do leave the house, it's only so I can ensconce myself in a library or in the grad student lounge in the religious studies building. And I don't actually have any friends in my new city yet. And all I do is sit at home and analyze people like Durkheim and Eliade and pretend that I even understand half of what I'm reading by an assortment of dead French theorists. And I write a lot of papers, and all of my classes are 3 or so hours long. And on top of that, I'm supposed to be becoming fluent in Chinese and French and German, and I just don't know how I'm supposed to do that in 24 hours a day. So I've been trying to figure that out, and I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but it's a loving sort of complaint because I do really love what I'm doing, and I feel really, really lucky. An acquaintance of mine in the program likes to say that as grad students, we're really living the life. And I mean, we definitely are. My job is to read books and have an opinion and articulate that opinion, which is way better than working at Starbucks, which is what I did when I finished undergrad the first time. It's better than working at Barnes & Noble or being a bank teller or any of the other awful, awful things I did before I started doing this. So I am really grateful, but it is exhausting. Exhausting. I hardly have time for anything. So I do love it. But anyway, that's where I've been. So between grad school and coven commitments and remembering to feed both myself and my cat and periodically picking up my car from the body shop, because now that I think about it, that's actually happened twice in the last 5 months or so. I haven't been on YouTube. So anyway, I'm hoping to be around more, and like I said, I'm still watching you guys' videos, and I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed in the last few months, even though I haven't posted anything. So I hope that you're not sorry, but I guess if you are sorry, it's really easy to unsubscribe. But please don't, because you're good for my ego. And I enjoy your videos. And I'm really, really sorry to those of you who sent me messages and I either didn't respond or I responded like 3 months after you wrote me. But there you are. I'm sorry. And I'm back now. For real.